guys, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. I'm Masterath, and I welcome you to this. Telltale Games presents, alongside Oddman Animations. Yay! Finally, I'm doing something on this. It's been a while. Welcome, folks, to Wallace and Gromit's Grand Adventures, a series of episodic games created in 2009 by Telltale Games. Of course, Telltale, very well known for releasing their titles episodically. 4 of them were, in fact, done for this series, which is based off of, well, Wallace and Gromit, a very, very British animation which started in 1989 until around 2009, but there is news of a new film coming out, which should be coming out sometime in 2024. But yeah, so for people who don't know what Wallace and Gromit is and why I'm sort of really excited to play this, is because Wallace and Gromit was one of the earliest and one of my most favourite things watching growing up. At the moment, at least when I'm recording this video in March of 2023, there are currently 5 films of Wallace and Gromit. 4 of them are short films, averaging around 30 minutes, and then a feature-length film, consisting of A Grand Day Out, the first one they did in 1989, followed by The Wrong Trousers, then A Close Shave, which debuted Shaun the Sheep, which has gone off to have his own little spin-off of movies and TV shows and stuff, which spawned its own spin-off in Timmy Time, to the point that possibly Shaun the Sheep has become more popular than Wallace and Gromit. And then there was the feature-length film, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and last but not least, in 2009, A Matter of Loaf and Death, going back to being a short film. The first 3 short films I have a big affinity for. I love all those. Personally, my favourite is Grand Day Out. On that, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit was okay. I'd say it was enjoyable for me, personally. It grossed quite well at box office. And yeah, the 5th one, Matter of Loaf and Death, wasn't really a fan of. But there's a new one that's going to be coming out in 2024, so hopefully that's good. It may even be out by the time I'm recording this, but more than likely, it's going to be released at Christmas, because that's what they usually do with these. But yeah, first bit, really, of Wallace and Gromit films for over about 15 years. Bloody nuts on this one. So yeah, what is Wallace and Gromit? Well, it's about a middle-aged bloke, Wallace, living in the town of Wigan. I'm pretty certain he's from Wigan, up in the north of England, at West Wallaby Street, that's the name of his street, and his lovely companion, Gromit, who doesn't speak at all, but works well with, like, facial expressions and everything, and body language. That's how they worked Gromit well as a character on that. And Wallace and Gromit, essentially animation. It's stop-motion animation using clay models, and they've been doing that for years on that one. And I think some of the things they did, like, through CGI or whatever, but most of it is essentially claymation, as what it has been called in time. So let's get into this game, shall we? So there's 4 different episodes on this. There's Fright of the Bumblebees, which is this one, episode 1. Episode 2, which is The Last Resort. Episode 3, which is Muzzled. And episode 4, which is The Bogeyman. So let's kick off with a new game. Episode 1, Fright of the Bumblebees. I'd very much like to start a new game, please. Thank you very much. All rise for the real British national anthem.
Breakfast time, Gromit.
Okay, so we play as Gromit here. Look at us go. Okay, so one thing I do love about this game is the models for the characters, especially Gromit. But essentially, they've got like little... The character models got like little marks on them, which sort of looks like either fingerprints or like slight small amount of bits missing. You know, and that is one thing I got to give Telltale all the credit for on that one, because it makes it seem more authentic, as obviously with clay animation, you're going to see a lot of fingerprints in there while the characters are getting moved for the next camera shot, pretty much, and everything like that. You know, all right, Wallace, we'll get to it. So yeah, I truly enjoy that. But essentially, this is like a graphic adventure game, pretty much. You point and you look around at stuff. For example, we could look at this bin. There's nothing in there. All right, we've got this plant pot here. That seems like it's very clean. We have this bookshelf here with all these books. History of cheese. Yeah, people who don't know, because as I'd probably have, at this point, more American subscribers than British subscribers at this point. Yeah, Wallace is a huge fan of cheese.
Big day today.
Shut up, Wallace. Yeah, he's a big fan of cheese. He's essentially like an inventor who just likes cheese, and will just go for a lot of different inventions and stuff like that, which usually don't go right. But, you know, it's fun to see, though. All right. Jeez, I tell you what, Wallace is currently asleep. Well, he's currently in bed right now. He could get up on his own, but nope, instead he's invented a way for him to get down to the dining room. Pulling this lever. There you go. I don't know how he hasn't broken.
Perfect landing. Your turn to make breakfast, Gromit. Eggs, I think. And toast with honey today. Step to it, lad. I'm famished.
Alright, so, first order of the day, now that we've got Wallace up. Yeah, Gromit literally does everything for this git. You know, I like Wallace and Gromit, but it's like, come on. You're supposed to be looking after the dog, not the other way round.
In case you forget, eggs, toast, and honey.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, interesting thing, this, is that actually, this is the, I believe this might be the first creditation of, Wallace's voice actor being, Ben Whitehead, I believe. Because before, it was, the actor Peter Sallis, who did pretty much the entirety of Wallace's, run in the short films. But unfortunately passed away at the age of 96, about, I think it's 2017 or whatever. People from England, you might also recognise Peter Sallis from the very long-running British comedy Last of the Summer Wine. So that's where that comes from. Obviously, to a lot of the watchers who aren't from the UK, this is probably all just random faff that no one knows about. Always like, what? What's this? Anyway, we got some letters come through. That's a lot of letters. Let's go and pick those up, shall we?
Well, what did the postman bring us then? Any orders? Hand it over, lad.
Yeah, so Wallace is very much a self-made businessman. Not incredibly good, though, on it. But sometimes it works. Sometimes it works amazingly well. But we might as well, instead of getting breakfast, we'll go and give Wallace the letter, shall we?
Mail, Gromit?
Yep. Probably best for spam there.
Oh, no. Final demand. I don't know. There's payment due now. And a disconnection? Nothing but bills, Gromit. I can't look at these before I have my breakfast. If we don't find some steady customers soon, I don't know how we'll make ends meet. Oh, all right, then. I'll open one. But just the one? Seems your subscription to Marrow Growers Monthly is up for renewal. Don't suppose you'd consider cancelling? Thought not. Oh, better pay up then. Now, where did I put my pen? Ah, yes.
Yeah, that's really all you need to know, really, about Wallace, is that he will make these inventions just so he doesn't have to do anything. You know, anyway, this badger here, I'm taking this.
Hey! That dog is getting a little too independent, if you ask me.
Yes, probably, but then again, you don't do much, do you? So, apart from making all these inventions and everything, just to make it a lot easier for you. Anyway, I think it's time to get his breakfast, shall we? So what do you want? You want some honey, eggs, and toast. Sounds good to me. Let's get going. See what we got here.
No breakfast foods down there, Gromit.
Seems like the basement. Alright, it's probably the kitchen. It is the kitchen. Look at this. Kitchen. Alright, so what have we got here? Breakfast, eggs, toast, and honey. Let's have a look in the fridge, see what we got. Ah, we got a stick of butter here. I might as well take that. There you go. We have a stick of butter now. Also, close the fridge. Close the fridge. There you go. Being energy conservants here. Oh, I remember this. So, yeah, there was a section of, like, very short episodes. I think, like, maybe a couple of minutes long. Back in the 90s called Wallace and Gromit's Cracking Contraptions. That's the Mixomatic from it, which pretty much ruined everything in one of the episodes. But that's usually what happens. It's usually a new invention, and then it goes wrong somehow. Or sometimes it doesn't, and then it just becomes useless, pretty much, on occasions. Right! Well, what we got here? We got some strontium tea! We can go with that. Oi! Damn squirrel! These squirrels taking that. Okay. We got any more tea left? No. Git took the last bit of... No tea, I guess. Alright, well, as toaster, let's get toast on the go, shall we? Bread. Alright, bit of bread for you there. Ow! Bloody squirrel again! I hope everyone understands, like, how they've been able to make Gromit not talk at all, because simply just by facial expressions. I think it's great. Right. Well, that squirrel's annoying me. But he seems to keep coming through there, so we put the butter there. There we go. Yeah, you can scroll through what you have, by the way, with the mouse wheel. But you can also press I for your inventory. So, there we go on that one. So... yeah, obviously it's WASD to move all the directional buttons, so there we go. Okay, well, with that there, let's have a look and see if this works. More toast! You ain't having any more... no. Yes! You have slipped, you sod! Do you know what would have been an easier option, Gromit? Closing the window. But no. Gromit did not close the window, but we now have toast, which is really nice. Okay. So, let's actually have a look. We got this, like, answering machine here. I'll have a check to see if we got any answers.
And here. Sorry to leave a message, but it's about that incident in my shop. That blinking mechanical mouse of yours has put me in a right pickle. It may be a sniffer 3000 with advanced cheese tracking capabilities, but it chewed through all me fancy tail and me red lister too. Now, I know we've always been on good terms, but this morning I find myself not inconsiderably discombobulated, and I can't let it happen again, I'm afraid. I'm sorry to say that with the deepest regret, and following police advice, you and your blinking contraptions are banned from my establishment until further notice.
Oh. Well, that sucks. No general store for us, I guess. Well, let's see what else we got.
Wallace, old chap. Crumb here. Major Crumb. Word in your shell like... can't say where it came from. Mum's the word. But I'm getting intelligence of unusual airborne activity in your sector. Can't say more than that. Walls have ears, don't you know? But if you take my advice, you look to the heavens and take cover. Going to get pretty sticky is my guess. Terror from the skies. Death and destruction raining down. That sort of thing. Just make sure you and your men stay indoors. Over and out.
Ah, yes, the geriatric mayor character who still thinks there's a bloody war on. It's, to be fair, you know, I mean, to be fair, actually, a lot of British sort of like films and comedies and stuff like that have had one of those. So there's that. Let's see what else we got.
This is a recorded message for Mr. Wallace of 62 West Wallaby Street from Police Constable Dibbins. That's Delta Indigo Bravo Bravo Indigo November Sierra. Regarding the prototype sniffer 3000 patent pending that was taken into custody at 15:30 hours yesterday afternoon following a disturbance at Mr. Panier's General Stores and Quickie-Mart. The aforesaid invention will remain in my custody until such time as you, the registered keeper, are able to demonstrate that it no longer poses a threat to public order. In the meantime, I should warn you, it's already nabbed the cheese sandwiches what Mrs. Dibbins put in my lunchbox and have a mind of the picking thing to scrap. Good morning.
Well, it seems like not a very good day, to be honest, for Wallace, really, is it? You know, he's got, I mean, okay, apart from the Major, I guess, but, you know, Mr. Panier and Officer Dibbins, not very happy with him right now. Let's have a look through this door, shall we? Yep. Nothing but Jacob's cream crackers. Yeah, it's a staple in Wallace and Gromit. Right, so, we've got the toast. What we need now are the eggs. Let's put the oven on, shall we? There you go. Alright, put the hob on. Got the pan ready. We've got this button here. Let's see what it does. There's a... Oh. Well, that didn't go incredibly well. Yes, it seems like a similar thing that the Badger was on. So let's try and use the Badger with the wire. There we go. I love the way he's just got a live chicken up there and just punches it to get an egg out. It's very Wallace and Gromit. Alright. Well, let's try again now that's there. That should carry it all the way to the pan. Be lovely. Go! Oh. That didn't break it incredibly well, did it? Okay, well, this seems to be connected to this. Here. We've got a tap or bash option. It's currently on bash. Let's try tap instead. You want to crack an egg, not decimate it after all. Alright, you can go back. This poor chicken, right? This chicken would do very well in Chicken Run. There you go. That's 3 eggs that chicken's got now. Don't. There you go. That's better. Hey, we have an egg. And the self-flipper flips it conveniently right onto the plate. We now have egg. Which is good. Alright, well. Let's get a move on, shall we? We've got egg, we've got toast. But what else do we need? Well, we still need the honey after all. Luckily, the honey is the easiest one.
Front, Gromit?
I'm getting to it. We can just use this lovely pub-style pump here to just get some honey out.
Directly from the source. Everyone in town will want their own honey tap when word gets out.
I don't think there's any actually really... Is there anyone who really likes honey that much? I don't know at this point. Anyway, time to give Wallace his stuff. First off, some toast.
Done to a turn. My compliments to the chef.
Well, that'll be
But
me.
I'm still waiting for the eggs and honey.
Yeah, here it is, you lazy bastard. Here's your honey.
Honey? How sweet of you, Gromit.
That's
But
terrible.
I'm still 1 egg short of a breakfast.
It's not really much of a breakfast, to be honest, is it? 1 egg, a toast, and some honey. It's not really much of a breakfast, really. Whack some bacon and not onions, bacon and sausages on that, and you got it sorted. That's a breakfast.
Cracking eggs, Chuck. Now that's what I call a breakfast feast. Wasn't so difficult, was it, lad?
Apart from that damn squirrel.
With a hearty plate of eggs and toast under me belt, I'm ready to take on the world. Gromit, I've a strange feeling this is the day our fortunes are going to change.
Morning, Wallace. May I have a word?
If it's about yesterday's little mishap,
Oh, no, you see...
I can assure you it was an accident, Mr. Pinnear, and I'll certainly pay for the damage to your grocery shop. I was just putting the Sniffer 3000 through its paces. It's still only a prototype, you know.
Oh, I realize that, Mr. Wallace.
And what better place to test out a cheese detector than in a shop with such an excellent selection of cheeses?
Happen. But you'll still have to pay for the damage, I'm afraid.
Yes, of course. I'll put it all right. Though funds are, how can I put this, a little tight at the moment. Only until our new business is up and running.
Aye, well, that's what I'm here to talk about. I understand you and Gromit are in the honey business now.
Fresh deliveries daily, from bee to you.
Ah, well, perhaps I can help you get on your feet. I'm having my annual sounding of the Crumpets Festival, and I'm clean out of honey. Can you deliver 50 gallons?
50 gallons?
By tonight?
Tonight?
It'll more than cancel your debt, and it'll be good advertising for you. What do you say?
I say... yes! We're in business, lad! Heads up, no time for slacking. From B to U has landed its first major order. 50 gallons of honey by tomorrow. I want this place to be a hive of activity. It's your chance to show the world what sort of workers you are. They're certainly buzzing with excitement. Or maybe they're hungry. Did you remember to feed them this morning, Gromit? Never mind, lad. I'll do it.
Bad blade time he does something himself. Now he plays Wallace. So yeah, Wallace is very much a do first, think later. You know, maybe an inventor, but you know, there's quite a lot of dark matter in his head where his brain should be. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go for a break here, folks. But in the next episode of Let's Play Wallace and Gromit, The Great Adventures, yeah, trying to get this order for Mr. Pinnear of 50 gallons of honey by this evening. Oh, that's not going to go well, is it? I'll see you then.